Most RPGs lie to you. They give you the illusion of choice, but you're just a rat running through a developer's maze. Baldur's Gate 3 hands you a stick of dynamite, points at the maze, and says, "Go nuts." This is a game where you can kill a god by turning into a giant badger and jumping on him from the top rope. It's a game where the most powerful spell is shove. It's not a story you watch, it's a chaos engine you unleash. For years, we've been told this kind of freedom was impossible. Larian Studios proved everyone wrong, and now the entire RPG genre has to answer for it.
The first thing you need to understand is that Baldur's Gate 3 has a dungeon master, and she thinks you're an idiot. That warm British voiceover from Amelia Tyler isn't just a narrator, she's a sentient being judging your every move. Go ahead, try to lick that random spider corpse. She's got a line for that. She's the DM, leaning over the screen, raising an eyebrow as you decide to poke the obviously cursed amulet. This isn't just flavor text, it's a psychological contract. The game is telling you, I see you, I see the stupid thing you're about to do, and I'm here for it. In this video, you're going to learn why the game is designed to let you permanently lose a main character in the first hour, and why failing a dice roll can be more powerful than succeeding. So yeah, this whole philosophy of embracing chaos is baked into the code. Take Gale. You find the wizard stuck in a rock. The game asks for a skill check. If you succeed, congrats, you have a new party member. But if you fail, he doesn't just wait for you to try again. He gets sucked back into a portal, screaming, and is gone from your game forever. Whoops! Most games would throw up a game over screen. BG3 just shrugs it out and says, well, that happened. Now live with it. The story just adapts. This is failing forward. A botched roll doesn't end the story. It just sends it down a more violent and usually more interesting path. You'll even find situations where failing is objectively better. Try to sneak up on an assassin. You might fail your stealth check so badly you startle him, making him miss his target and saving a life. You literally succeed because you failed. The game isn't punishing you, it's improvising a better story around your incompetence. So, let's be blunt. The "choices matter" tagline in most RPGs is marketing garbage. You pick dialogue A, B, or C, and 99% of the time you end up at the same destination. Larian's philosophy is different. It's reckless. It's built on a foundation of, what if the player is a homicidal maniac? You see that quest giver, the one with the unique character model and the glowing exclamation point over their head? You can kill them right now. The game won't stop you. It won't crash. It'll just continue. The world reacts. Quests change. Entire storylines divert or die. Larian built backups for their backups. They anticipated you'd be a monster and planned for it. I remember my first multiplayer session. My buddy, playing a murder hobo barbarian, decided to test this. He killed the leader of the Druid Grove. The game just went, okay, I guess the tieflings are screwed now, and a whole new, darker storyline unfolded. This isn't a game on rails. It's a narrative sandbox with C4 hidden under the swing set. This extends to every single problem. The Thorm family in Act 2 are 3 horrifying bosses. You can fight them in brutal, draining encounters, or you can talk every single one of them into killing themselves. You can use their own twisted logic against them until they perform surgery on themselves or walk off a rooftop. The game rewards you with the same XP. Your brain is a weapon, and it's often more powerful than your sword. The combat in Baldur's Gate 3 isn't about finding the right attack in your spellbook. It's about looking at the environment and asking, what's the dumbest thing I can do right now? Because the dumbest thing is usually the most effective. Larian didn't just build levels, they built physics-based murder playgrounds. That boss giving you trouble? Shove him off a cliff. Problem solved. This isn't a cheese strategy, it's a core mechanic. The game's director, Sven Vinca, basically confirmed they love seeing players break their encounters in the most ridiculous ways possible. The internet is a monument to this design. There's the legendary owlbear from the top rope, where a player had their druid wild shape into an owlbear, climb to a high spot, and just drop onto a boss, killing them instantly with crushing damage. My personal favorite was against the spider matriarch. We spent an hour trying to fight her head-on. Then we realized she was standing on a giant web bridge over a chasm. We just burned the bridge. Fight over. This is emergent gameplay. It's stories that aren't written by developers, but are created by the messy collision of game systems. Throw a bottle of water, then hit it with a lightning spell to electrocute everyone. Throw grease, then light it on fire. These aren't secrets. They are the fundamental language of the game. It's a game that trusts you to be clever, and more importantly, it trusts you to be a little bit stupid.
The best part of D&D isn't the epic quests, it's the bickering. It's the pointless arguments about how to split the loot. It's the paladin and the rogue having a moral crisis in the middle of a dungeon. Video games have never been able to replicate this. Until now. Your companions in BG3 aren't loyal puppets. They are judgmental assholes with their own agendas. They have opinions on everything, from the way you talk to a shopkeeper to the god Shadowheart worships. Walk past a statue and Lae'zel will call it ugly while Gale gives you a 10-minute history lesson you didn't ask for. It's constant, it's reactive, and it makes the party feel alive. They don't just talk to you, they talk to each other. They form friendships and rivalries completely independent of you. You're not the center of their universe, you're just the person who happens to be in charge. This chaos gets amplified by a factor of 10 in multiplayer. The game lets you split the party. While you're deep in a serious dialogue, your friend is across the map trying to steal a sandwich and has accidentally started a war with the entire city guard. It's a perfect simulation of a real D&D session where no one is paying attention to the DM. It's glorious, unscripted, collaborative disaster. And it's the most authentic TTRPG experience you can have without rolling a single physical die.
So, what's the fallout? Baldur's Gate 3 didn't just sell over 20 million copies. It didn't just become the first game in history to sweep all 5 major Game of the Year awards, the BAFTAs, the Golden Joysticks, the Game Awards, the DICE, and the GDC Awards. It did something far more dangerous. It raised the bar to a level that makes other AAA RPGs look lazy. For years, we've accepted cinematic, on-rails experiences with the illusion of choice because we were told that deep, systemic reactivity was too expensive, too complicated, too niche. Larian, a studio that was on the brink of bankruptcy before Divinity Original Sin, just proved that's a lie. They proved that players are starving for genuine freedom, for worlds that bend instead of break, and for stories they create themselves. Now, every RPG that comes out will be judged by this new standard. When a game presents a problem with only one solution, we'll ask, why can't I solve it like in Baldur's Gate? When an NPC is unkillable, we'll wonder why the developer didn't trust us. Baldur's Gate 3 is a landmark achievement, but it's also a challenge. It's a gauntlet thrown down to the entire industry. The die has been cast, and the future of role-playing games will be defined by who is brave enough to pick it up.
So, there you have it. Baldur's Gate 3 isn't a masterpiece because of its graphics or its story. It's a masterpiece because it understands that the best stories are the ones you write yourself, usually by accident and often involving a misplaced barrel of explosives. It captured the chaotic soul of Dungeons & Dragons, the freedom, the failure, and the friendship. Now, I need you to make a skill check. Roll for persuasion by hitting that like button. Then head down to the comments and share your party's most legendary moment of genius or catastrophic failure. Let's turn this comment section into a campaign log of beautiful disasters. And if you want to join this adventuring party for more deep dives, crit that subscribe button. Thanks for rolling the dice with me.